Ready to tip it off for Game 4. It has been Groundhog Day with Bill Murray in every game in this series. The opening tip, Shaq has prematurely jumped, and believe it or not, do we have it again? We have an immediate whistle for the fourth time in a row. Shaquille goes up early, and the Pistons inbound. It's February 2nd.
It's amazing. It's almost like he's doing it on purpose, Al. He just waits and gets it before. You have to wait for the ball to get to its apex before you can touch the ball.
Jack Neese and Eddie Rush. And for Laker fans, that gives them pause as Billups misses it. Prince gets the offensive board and scores the first points of the game. Were two of the officials. Ken Maurer was the other, and that was the night Bryant had to come out early with 3 fouls as Kobe drives and puts it in left-handed, and O'Neal had 4 fouls at the half.
Run. And the only way they're going to be able to run, they have to get stopped defensively, get long rebounds, and push the ball up the floor.
Inside to O'Neal, and Shaq with a jam. So the Lakers, who did not lead at all.
Every time down, they've looked to get the ball to Shaquille O'Neal. They want to force Detroit at some point in this game to go double coverage to free up the other guys.
Hamilton gets space after he was initially covered by Bryant perfectly, puts it in to tie the game. It's up to 2 fouls. Then Phil gets a technical. Detroit is up by 2. And the Lakers get it into O'Neal. And again, the jam. So 2 jams by O'Neal. Teed them up.
Yeah, he did, but I think coaches do that all the time, to be honest. And you have a choice as an official. It's not an automatic tech.
O'Neal, and you can tell, I mean, that's going to be the Laker plan, at least at the outset tonight, go to 34.
It's a good plan out because, again, they need the points, number one, but they're trying to force a double team. Larry Brown said it today that so far they haven't had to double team anyone on the Laker basketball team.
And I think Larry was as shocked as anybody as Phillips has retired today. Larry coming into the game show as well, playing at about maybe 70%. Fox has been hurt a good part of the year. Array of injuries, and Gary Payton finally scores in the first quarter.
Why?
He has been an invisible man through much of the first 3 games, but he's proven from time to time during the playoffs he can break it out as Wallace gets by Malone and scores.
I think that's something that Larry Brown would like to see more of from Rasheed Wallace. Instead of looking for the jump shots, you know Karl Malone is not healthy. I think he wants to exhaust the post down there with him.
And here's Fox working underneath and getting by Hamilton. So Fox
switch, you know. I think what the Lakers did there, they put Rick Fox on the post. They're going to try to make Rip Hamilton guard Kobe Bryant. If not, they're going to keep posting up Fox.
Phillips got free. Bryant short. Wallace gets the rebound. He might have just gotten another vote.
Boy, you didn't see 5 years ago is a guy blowing by Gary Payton.
Shaquille gets it.
No double team again. You know, Larry Brown does
7. Bryant, who earlier was shaking his right hand a little bit. Here's Fox. Payton will drive, softly puts it up. The Pistons are contending it was in the cylinder and it shouldn't count. O'Neal went up and jams it through after it looked like it might have been going down anyway. And Larry Brown says, how can you not make that call?
All I'm going to tell you is this. This was not a pass. Now, Shaq caught it over the cylinder. He may have caught it.
By 2, Billups all the way, a little hard on the layup. And O'Neal with the rebound. 3 minutes to go in the period. Payton will go all the way, and Gary puts it in. So Payton scoreless in the first quarters of the 3 games. Here's Bryant. His 6th attempt misses again. So 5 misses out of 6 shots.
And most have been contested, though I thought his first 2 looks were pretty good looks.
Inside to Rasheed Wallace.
Scores. He's done it twice tonight. He has scored both times. With Karl Malone unable to move, for the most part, he's just going to reach. Karl Malone has great hands.
Malone. Payton, little spin move, left-handed, 12-footer. He puts it in, both college and the NBA. Phil Jackson on the other bench, of course, trying to win his 10th title. Malone takes it from O'Neal and hits, so Shaq gets the assist. Malone, with his first 2 points, gives the Lakers the lead.
Kinito, balikan muna natin ng sandali ang Game 1. Los Angeles Lakers, we predicted that they would come back in a big way dito sa Game 4, and they have in the first quarter.
I think so, no?
So Detroit erasing the Laker lead, up by 2. Full court pressure. Bryant gets it up to Fisher, and he misses it, and O'Neal tries to tap the rebound, and Fisher is there to follow and gets fouled.
Lakers a boost this evening. Derek Fisher missed his first shot because he thought he was going to get fouled and didn't, but Fisher stayed into the play, and now he has a chance for a three-point play.
Foul is on Campbell. Pistons of Campbell with Williamson, Ben Wallace, Hamilton, and Billups. O'Neal gets fed, gets tripled, scores anyway, and he'll go to the free throw line.
I'm going to go with the power move, and that's exactly what he did. When he lowers that shoulder and is able to split, unstoppable.
Brian Russell up on the baseline. Rick Fox up. George. Payton works to O'Neal. Turned around, goes in, and Shaquille O'Neal, 17 points.
Shot was about right there.
Bryant now 1 of 8. Here's Hamilton. Wearing that face mask to protect the broken nose. And the jam by Rasheed Wallace.
He definitely seeks perfection.
His players, though, love him. Here's Bryant. Got it.
And that, again, was a tough shot. They have taken Detroit out of their offense. You can't get any worse offensive possession than the Pistons are having, and that right there is a Kobe Bryant jump shot, which again is well done.
Missing, and Shaquille O'Neal has 10 rebounds to go with his 17 points and 2 assists. Malone has to fight for it, goes all the way in, gets too far underneath, and it's taken away by Rasheed Wallace.
Well,
Bryant with O'Neal creating the screen way outside, and then it's Rasheed Wallace with the block and the takeaway. Quickly to Prince. He's going to drive all the way. Put it in, count it, goes to the line.
Kobe Bryant drives, gets caught in traffic. Rasheed Wallace makes a great play, and it allows the Pistons to do the one thing they've done offensively throughout this series is attack the basket and go to the foul line. Kobe gets an open look.
Bryant, boy, he's not even close tonight. Ben Wallace, here comes the gun.
To Shaq. And this has been Wallace running the floor. This is one thing that the Pistons feel they can do on rebounds. They think they can beat Shaq back, and that's true.
Rick Fox has come in, fumbles the inbounds pass. There's only 4 on the
He doesn't know
timer,
the clock.
and Fox doesn't know how much is left. Now he does. So Fox came into the game but wasn't aware how much time, and Hunter's going to make him pay. Lindsey Hunter all the way to the basket, and Detroit trying to finish the first half with a rush.
That's a great example. When you come off the bench, you have to know time and score, and that's an uncharacteristic mistake by Rick Fox.
And O'Neal loses the ball, and it's stolen away, and there's no foul, and this is James. And he gets fouled. And they're going to count it because they're going to call it goaltending. So they bring Mike James, seldom used. He comes into the game. Larry Brown loves to mix and match at the end of a quarter, and he does it here, and James gives them a 5-point lead.
James has come in and give them a spark with his quickness.
Malone gives it back to Bryant. Kobe in traffic. Kobe has it partially blocked. Malone gets it. Try to get it to O'Neal. Pistons retain possession. James again. Dishes back to Big Ben. He'll get a mini gong. He'll go to the free throw line.
Now, no Shaq means big time Detroit Pistons. Every time they get a long rebound, Mike James is flying down the floor. Here's another one with Kobe Bryant coming in, goaltending the ball. I mean, he
has to come out to Fox. So the Lakers just look disorganized on offense. Fox saves it. 1 on the timer. Bryant from the corner. Oh, boy, you talk about a big 3.
Wow.
I mean, they're throwing the ball all over the place, and then Bryant gets free from the corner.
And that's what he's getting frustrated over. Doc, Al?
All right, thank you, Michelle. 41-39, Detroit. So the same guys that started the first half start, the second, and O'Neal starts with a dunk to tie the game.
Backed it up, but look at Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace is a strong man. He's doing everything he can, and the next thing you know, he's up under the basket. That tells you how strong Shaquille O'Neal is. And he's not going to be able to play in this game.
And the Pistons, of course, with a great defense. The Lakers almost with a 24-second violation, having to force a shot at the end. Prince will drive, softly puts it in. Over Rashid this time, doesn't go. Battle on the boards, Lakers have it. Malone goes right back to O'Neal. A wraparound lay-in to tie it at 43. With the gravel and sand. Three on the timer. Phillips at the horn, got it.
That was a perfect Larry Brown executed play because they used the entire clock. The ball went from side to side. Everyone touched it, and they got a shot with 1 second on the clock. That's exactly what Larry Brown wanted.
And that's why Jackson bowed his head. Lakers played good defense. Pistons ate the clock, scored at the end. From the corner, three-pointer for Devin George.
Karl Malone is going to have to look at the basket because right now Rasheed Wallace is not even guarding him.
And the follow is there after the Prince miss. Rasheed Wallace puts it back in. Back. Off balance.
Look at the traffic.
2-0 break. Automatic for Phillips.
Three.
Prince stays on Bryant. Medvedenko. Well, even Medvedenko's passing up open shots. And that's going to put Bryant in a bind and he'll have to launch a prayer. And he does. And you know the Lakers are completely out of sync because Medvedenko doesn't ever pass up a shot like that.
No.
Doc for MVP.
Yeah, no doubt.
Into O'Neal. Hamilton is on him, but then he gives it to Medvedenko, and he's short. Gets his own rebound and gets fouled on what the Pistons think is a jump ball by Wallace. And then Wallace and Medvedenko start to jostle.
You know, and I hate to say this, Al, but if I'm the Lakers, I don't separate. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Really
of course. You
I
make
don't separate.
It's like making a trade. You want to make a trade? Yeah. You want Medvedenko? Sure. We'll take him out. You take Wallace out.
Absolutely. You know when you were a little kid and you kind of pushed the guy into the other guy? I would have pushed him into Wallace instead of separating because that's a great trade for you if you're the Lakers. Just a bunch of talking.
Phillips looking inside to Rasheed Wallace. Medvedenko guarding him. Puts it in.
I love that. I love what Larry Brown just did.
Up ahead to Tayshaun Prince. Hamilton.
Right back to Wallace.
They do it again. Rasheed and Medvedenko, and that time he puts it in. It counts off the glass, and he's fouled.
You know, there's an old saying, sometimes you should let sleeping dogs lie. Rasheed Wallace has been quiet since the first quarter. Medvedenko comes in, gets him excited. Now he scored the last 2 buckets, and he has a chance here to get a three-point play.
16th rebound.
Shaq has not touched the ball in a while.
Here he goes. 3 guys on him, touched it and scores it.
I mean, you got to go to him, man. I think the Lakers go these stretches. Luke Walton will take a shot.
Terrible shot by Kobe, but O'Neal is out to get the rebound, and then Payton drives, and Gary puts it in on the layup to make Payton knocks it into the corner, and that creates the Lakers steal. Bryant's got Walton with him, and Kobe for the jam to give the Lakers the lead.
I mean, anytime Kobe Bryant right now can get an open shot, it's a good thing for the Lakers. It's really dangerous when you give scorers shots. One thing can get them going. Concerned about finding the three-point line instead of just taking the 2 that I think it throws you off.
Hamilton beats Payton again. This period starts with Walton, Fisher, and Fox in with Kobe and Shaq for LA. It's Eldon Campbell who helps to reject it, and here comes Hamilton with Ben Wallace on the other side, making a 12-footer.
But once again,
Walton guards Hamilton. Now Ben Wallace, 6 on the 24. Hamilton gets it up and makes it. Walton drives. Couldn't get it to O'Neal underneath. Bryant slithers through and banks it in.
Slithers through.
6 on the 24. Walton to the corner. Bryant.
Another tough shot. Another tough shot. That's where someone else is going to have to make it.
Whoa, baby, and the house erupts on the lob to Rasheed Wallace. And the Lakers have to take another timeout.
I mean, these are tough shots. I mean, look where they're giving the ball to Kobe Bryant. There's 1 second on the shot clock, or 3, and he has to throw up a wild shot. And what that leads to is fast break Piston basketball. Every long shot, the Pistons are scoring 2 ways this evening. Fast break points and the foul line.
And of course, they're playing defense in every sport. Football, baseball pitching, hockey goaltending, defense, defense, defense.
Yeah. Defense wins in every sport.
Lob into Shaquille. It was almost stolen, and Wallace says, "Ah, man, I almost got that one."
Is not evident on the LA bench right now. There seems to be apprehension coupled with concentration, and I'll tell you, the look in Phil Jackson's eyes is one you do not see very often. None of the Lakers was willing to call tonight a must-win situation. Phil Jackson said before the game, we're going to be okay. We just need to extend the series. But Al, if they don't do it tonight, they absolutely have to do it Tuesday.
And Wallace gets the miss and puts it back in.
Huge miss. You got to anticipate that Ben Wallace is going to miss this free throw. Derek Fisher was late trying to block out the shooter.
Hamilton. Wallace. Rasheed Wallace. 67-62. O'Neal. It counts and he's fouled.
Foul him when he's making it. I mean, this is an excellent move. This is not a power move. This is a quick spin move by a power player.
Sense of urgency. Bryant still on the bench. Phillips will put it up from outside. Three-pointer. First quarter, and the Lakers have it. No team has ever come back from a 3-1 deficit to win the finals. Kobe Bryant back in the game, almost lost control, gives it to Shaq, he scores and gets fouled.
I tell you, the adjustment that Kobe Bryant has made is he knows that everybody is coming to help on him. He's become the passer right now, almost the point guard have throughout this game, and they have all the bigs to use fouls. You're going to see Shaq on the line a bunch now.
Phillips from beyond the arc. 6-point game again. Chauncey Billups.
This play was caused by Rip Hamilton. Drawing attention, Kobe Bryant has to help, frees up Billups, bam, 3-point shot, big shot.
Under 5 to go. And Gary Payton makes contact and gets whistled.
That's what pressure defense will do to you. Rip Hamilton has been pestering him the whole quarter. And there you see a little chuck in the throat.
And another whistle as Bryant and Billups collide at midcourt.
The Lakers are starting to complain. They're starting to talk to officials, and they're going to start getting technical fouls very soon.
And there is one right there.
They are coming unraveled right now. And it has nothing to do with the officiation. It's more the Detroit Pistons pressure defense.
That was the technical for Detroit now, 22 of 31. And Kobe Bryant, well, there's the technical foul, all the way out to midcourt. And Bryant himself banks it in. Ooh.
Kobe Bryant wasn't giving that up.
Phil may be getting there. Medvedenko. Oh, and then O'Neal is there. Medvedenko's shot wouldn't have gone in.
It's still only an 8-point game after all this.
Hamilton stops in the lane. Gets the bounce.
Has it going. You know, it's funny.
Hamilton. 5 on the timer. Here's Rashid against Medvedenko again. Whoa! Wow.
Now,
Thank you, yeah, they're going to call this one on Prince. On Prince, his second foul.
yeah, and this shot here might have been the dagger for tonight.
Well,
To go to every card you have when you're down 2-1. We have to remember, Phil Jackson has never been down 2-1 in the final.
he has not. Little hook from the lane there, but isn't the reverse side of that, Doc? Fisher in backcourt.
I know it's only 1:30 left, but you never are out of it in a basketball game.
Well, the Lakers were down by 6 with 36 ticks the other night, and you know what happened. And here's Bryant making it a 6-point game with a.
You know, it's interesting. Everyone talks about Hack-a-Shaq. You know, maybe they should have whacked the Ben Wallace.
I was thinking,
you know?
number 3, he's the guy. Instead, it's Rashid, and that should be the dagger.
I think you're looking at the Lakers with 78 points with a minute left, and you're finding out great defense.
Kobe missed a 3. Peyton looking around. Kobe all the way, has it stripped in the lane. Are on fire. 32 points in the fourth quarter for Detroit. O'Neal will end it with a meaningless lay-in to cap for him a 20-rebound and 36-point night. But the Pistons have set up a situation where they can win it, and win it at home on Tuesday.
I got the Wallace brothers here. They're not brothers, but they're brothers if you know what I mean. Ben Wallace, Shaq had a real huge night. What can you do to even try and slow that guy down?
We did a lot of things. You know, we tried to play behind and force him off the block. That didn't work. We tried to front him. They threw it over the top. But all you can do is just fight him and keep a body on him.
In game 2, you guys were up late. They came back. Were you thinking anything different this game?
We just wanted to stay focused, continue to execute our sets, continue to work hard on the defensive end, make them shoot over the top, and we'll live with what happened.
All right, man, nice game. Rasheed Wallace, he had 3 points the last game. Came out with 26. What was different about your game?
Just making shots tonight. You know, just that's what they gave me. You know, the first couple games they was double teaming or whatever, so I just passed the ball, simple basketball. But you know, tonight, I guess it was just my night.
Second half, you got into it with Slava Medvedenko. How did that start?
No, just elbows being thrown, so supposed to be throwing the elbow back, just hurt him the other way.
Looked like you tried to pat him on the rear end to say no bad on that foul. That's how it started.
No, I would just tell him don't throw them elbows. You know, we could go out here and play physical, play good basketball without having to be dirty and throw elbows, but I can play like that if they want me to.
All right, Cheetah, I appreciate it. Nice game. Al, let's go back to you.